Farm Credit Canada, not new to the venture capital space. However, there is a shift in focus for the crown crop. We'll see the lender take a more direct approach to venture capital funding in agriculture. Our good friend Sean Haney with Real Ag Radio and RealAgriculture.com joins us now for the latest. So, Sean, let's talk about this shift. Why are we seeing this?
Yeah, great to be with you this morning. So I was able this week to have the CEO of Farm Credit Canada, Justine Hendricks, on the show to talk about this. And one of the reasons of making the shift is, well, the government is pushing them to expand their mandate. And the FCC has been heavily involved in the fund-to-fund model, so providing venture capital funding to other funds to manage on their behalf. They feel, though, that there is a bit of a void here, an opportunity to do some of this work actually directly, but at the same time not vacate the fund-to-fund model. There's a lot of requirement, I think, in the market, according to Justine, when it comes to the need for some more patient capital on some projects, especially when it comes to maybe the processing sector on, say, for example, the plant protein side of the industry, just to give you an example. So this is FCC coming to the table to support the industry, which is a part of their mandate overall.
So they're really looking to help out when it comes to agriculture, doing this kind of direct approach. So challenges that Canada does face when it comes to ag venture capital. I know you said, you just named a few of them, but this is a bit of an issue.
I think overall there is some challenges for Canada. It's a country of, great statistics show this, great country at ideas and innovation, very poor commercialization. And there's a number of things that factor into that poor execution on commercialization of IP. One of it is, though, do we have at different stages of the growth cycle of a company, do we have that proper financing, availability of capital at certain parts to necessarily bridge a company from one stage to another? That's what a lot of stakeholders have been telling me as I've been looking into this. Canada's also it's a big country geographically, but it's only 40 million people, and does not have the acre base that would, in comparison to the U.S., which is obviously has way more access to capital as well. So there is some challenges, and so Canada has to think a little bit more nationally and strategic on this matter. And I think that's, Justine's point is that's exactly where FCC fits into this puzzle.
So, Sean, what do you see for the FCC when it comes to, say, projected outcomes and really overall for the industry there?
Yeah, well, I think there's going to be a lot of focus on how do we create more Canadian or make sure that there's more Canadian-based companies in the area of ag tech as well as in the processing sector, just for two examples. That comes with job creation. So there is, and it's not all about, $1 billion exits to just judge if the models are working. It's really about, in a small town in rural Saskatchewan, does that company create 20 to 50 jobs? It's a big deal in that small community. But Justine also points out the focus on young people and making sure that they are in the industry, which is also a critical success factor, maybe not just straight ROI all the time when we're evaluating how a company like FCC is doing when it comes to venture capital funding.
So this really is an advancement in the next generation. And we look at startups and tech overall, developing, say, the future of agriculture there.
Absolutely. I think that's a big part of it. We're always talking about, keep having more young people on the farm, and the average age of the farmer is increasing. That's a part of it, but there's also a lot of young people that want to participate in the sector on the industry side as well. And if you're a really smart, sciencey, maybe a bit of a computer nerd, you got a great idea and technology that could really enhance and help the sector, you don't know a lot of people in it. You just know that what you're working on can work. And so you really need to have that structure in place to help those entrepreneurs on so that we can get more of those startups to commercialization phase.
Absolutely. Sounds like a great opportunity. Sean, thank you so much as always. Sean Haney with Real Ag Radio and RealAgriculture.com. This Real Ag Radio update is brought to you by Economics. You can go to nutrient-economics.com for the latest crop nutrition research and information. You want to catch Sean and his entire team. We love them here on Market Day Report. Their show is called Real Ag Radio. It airs 4:30 p.m. Eastern weekdays. That's Rural Radio, channel 147 on Sirius XM.